Hi everybody, I'm Bill Sanders and this is Watch Art Sci, the art and science of watch collection. Uh, this is this is how my watch arrived. The box was like, oh my god, I hope it's okay. Um, so I hate to give you a spoiler, but it's okay. Anyhow, at least I think so. All right, so without further ado, let's open it up. Now this watch I actually ordered in December of 2024, so it was a long time because it was made and it had to go through a whole lot of stuff on it. And I'm very excited about getting it and wearing it. So let's open this up. Get this open and this open. Got here, and there's a bunch of packaging and so forth, and popcorn. So let me see if I can get this out of here. Here we go. Okie doke. Let me put this down. There we go. All right. Here's the paperwork that I got. This is sort of interesting. It has a serial number and it's got one of those things on it. And it's for registering it and stuff. So that looks like they made it pretty easy to do. Okay, so here's in the package. They've got this little thing down here, and let's see what it is. I have no idea what this thing is. It's something, I guess. Maybe it's for. Oh, I got some snowflake on me from the packaging. So this little thing, and it says. In several languages, it says "do not eat." I don't know what it is. Probably some dehumidifier or something like that would be my guess. Okie doke. This must be the travel case or something for it. It's really interesting because this was outside and it just looks like a travel case. All right. This is the box that came in. It comes in. So let me open this up. Open it and slide it open. This box reminds me a lot of the kind of box that you get when you with the hovering 2. They're really nice boxes. And there's my watch. Okie doke. This is by Andreas Stellar. And what he did is what actually some other people did at one time. Back before the pandemic, I got my FP Journes, and I could have bought a brand new one for around 20,000, something like that. And this was FP Journes' way of helping people get into really high horology. Andreas Stellar is a member of this elite group that FP Journe is, and then Kari Vuittenlander and all of the top independent watchmakers called AHCI. It's a French term, and I don't want to wreck it. But this is the watch. I got pictures over there. You can see a little better shot of it. And this is something that it's the kind of watch I really like. It's time only with small seconds, hour hand, minute hand, And it's something that I generally don't get on purpose, and that's an automatic. This one is an automatic, and it's got a gold rotor on it. The thing about this is that you can see so much of the movement. The the bridges and plates on it are minimal, and the way the rotor is shaped doesn't get in the way of much. There's a type of guilloche that is uniquely for this watch and Stellar in general. Andreas Stellar is one of my favorite watchmakers, and he's super talented. I've talked about Stellar, some of his other stuff that he's done. One of my favorite things he did for somebody else for Maurice Lacroix. Did it for Maurice Lacroix. And what they did, Maurice Lacroix generally doesn't have its own movements. They may have do some things with existing movements, but they really didn't have their own, and they wanted to have a chronometer and so chronograph. And so they went to Stellar, and he made one for me. This is the one with that they wanted to look like the Venus. It was really interesting thing, and he's done it for he's worked with a lot of other people. He also did some work with on the new Urban Jurgensen that he had the one that Kari Voutilainen and his group bought, and they had Stellar do some of the horology on it. And so I was very wanted to get one of these. The problem was with an Andreas Stellar watch, they're extremely expensive. They start about 50,000 and they go up from there very quickly, I might add. And so what he did is that he started a company called Stellar instead of Andreas Stellar, just Stellar. And so this is the first one that he had in that series, and it's called the Cerna. And so I think, from what I understand, it's about the end of the run that they're going to make on this. I'm not sure how many they're going to make. Mine is still under 100, so I mean the numbers on it that I have on mine is under 100. Now, one of the things I had asked them, I said, who did your hairspring? And I asked whether it was done by my current favorite, H. Moser's Strawman hairspring. It's just this fantastic spring. But there's another one called by Carl Haas, Haas, I believe how you spell his last name. The balance wheel is a free-sprung one, which means that there's no regulator. You can't go in there and adjust the spring. And so what you do to do any kind of repair on it or service on it, you adjust the weights that are on the balance wheel. And overall, I mean, I find this exactly the kind of thing that I want. The other ones by Agenor, same kind of very high quality movement. Simple ones, complex ones, they're amazing. One of the interesting things about Andreas Stellar, he was talking about his double barrels in parallel, and all of his watches with double barrel, they're all in parallel. Okay, let's take a look at the what materials this is made of. The case is what's referred to as a medical grade stainless steel, which is nice. It's 40 millimeter, 8.5 millimeter, sapphire anti-reflective crystal or glass on both sides, and it has 3 ATM of water resistance. The dial is a titanium machined laser engraved polished by hand and anodized in blue with proprietary pattern circular brushed stainless steel chapter rings designed with Eric Giroud. He's another guy who's this is famous watch designer. Has designed a lot of the top watches. The hands are hand polished stainless steel. They look nice to me too. Uh, the movement is a caliber SA30, automatic, mechanical. The diameter of the movement is 30 millimeters. This is important to know that, especially for people like myself who like to get together with a bunch of guys and we create our own watch, starting off with a really good movement. And so 30 millimeters and a 40 millimeter watch gives you some room. You got about 5 millimeters on each side that you can. So you have room for the plenty of room for the movement. Um, One of the things they make a big deal about when you ship your watch is the number of jewels. This one has 30. Now, the jewels tend to be man-made rubies. There's some exceptions, but not a whole lot. They're man-made. Every time I have to when I fill out one of those forms for customs, they say number of jewels. I always indicate that they're man-made, like 30 man-made. Power reserve, it's got a minimum of 60 hours. The escapement is called a Stellar Swiss lever, which is sort of an interesting one for an escapement. About the only escapement that everybody seems to know about is the one by George Daniels, which is fairly rare, the coaxial escapement. The Swiss lever escapement is probably the most common one. It's just two back and forth on that. But they point out that it's a Stellar one, so I guess that makes it even better. The balance is a free sprung balance with 4 regulating screws. What that means is that they're essentially weights that you have, and you screw them back and forth, and they go up and down to literally adjust the weights on the springs on the balance wheel. Um, Frequency is 21,600 semi-oscillations per hour, or 3 hertz. They still use vibrations. What's a vibration? The semi-oscillation tells you really what's going on. It goes around half, and then another half, or not half, about 300 degrees back and forth. It's hours, minutes, and small seconds. The rotor is 18 karat gold with steel ball bearings. Boy, I tell you, with the price of gold at $5,000 an ounce, even a gold rotor is a big deal. The decoration is circular Geneva stripes, perlage, beveled and polished edges with inward angles. It's just all of these little details, I think, on it are super important, fun to know about and fun to have. Anyway, that's my new watch, and I would really like to hear your comments. It was it's always fun to have a new watch, and especially one you know you're going to wear a lot. Take care. It's the opportunity to subscribe if you like. And until next time, this is Bill Sanders for Watch Outside, the Art and Science of Watch Collection.